And I've ended up in hospital because I couldn't walk at one stage. My body was like, are you kidding me? If you think of an alien coming down and you go, hey, I live with this body 24/7, 365 days a year, and I really like it, and yet I judge the fuck out of it. They'd be like, that doesn't make any sense. I see a lot of people don't actually choose to be in communion with their body and be like congruent with their body. A lot of times it's chosen from conflict, and I have chosen through conflict with my body a lot over the years. Being congruent with your body is being in communion with it. That's the short thing, okay? And so I know that we were talking, like you mentioned to begin with as well, it's like this new beginnings. So if you look at every single day, I'm asking for what else is possible. Like I'm not waking up going, hey, can I have the same day I had yesterday? Or can I have the same amount of money in my bank account, or the same amount of, stuff with my business? Or no, I'm going, what else is possible? And I'm always exploring what else is possible, and not from what else is possible with money, what else is possible with business, what else is that, because that's more of a demand in those areas. It's literally like, what else is possible? D universe, show me. So if I'm waking up with this like new beginning every day, because one of the things I do when I'm in bed, I wake up, I don't get up straight away. It could be like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 3 minutes, but I just become really aware of my body and the earth, because one of the things I love doing is waking up with nature. And I'll just like put my hands on my body somewhere, or, it's like wiggle my toes or say hi to my organs or move my hips around, or just have that stretch in bed sort of thing, when you're like, yeah, instead of getting up going, oh, I've got to look at my phone or I've got to do this. It's like, no, be with my body. And the second thing I do, or simultaneously, be with the earth and wherever I am in the world, because I do travel a lot. So for me, that new beginning each day is not what we did yesterday, it's what can we be today? And it really is from that what else is possible. So if I'm asking for this, then what are you going to choose with your body if you're being congruent? So if I'm asking for this, but then I have the point of view that my body can't do something or it should do something, then all I'm doing is being in judgment and demanding something of my body not being in question. So for me, it's like that congruency is the exploration of a different possibility and a greater possibility every single moment. So just because, like at the moment, I've got something up with my knee and my heel, my foot. And so I'm asking, okay, what would it take to generate, and putting my hand on my knee at night and on my foot, it's like, what would it take to generate something different here? What would it take to generate, a new knee, or, like my heel? It's like, and asking to be with it, not from judgment or frustration, but from being in question. Those pains and aches, so much of the time, aren't yours. When you talk about pain, it's never one thing. It's like pain has so many different pieces of information. And so either you can be picking up on somebody else's body, like look at your body when you're out in nature and you're on your own, and then go to, I don't know, a big mall or something with lots of people around. You're like, people. And it's like, it starts to impact your body because you allow it to impact your body. It's awareness. It's called awareness. It's called awareness. Okay. So when that occurs, it's like, you can be like, okay, I'm aware of this. Because, it's not about dissipating your awareness. You want to increase your awareness. But as you increase your awareness, it doesn't need to impact your body. So ask, okay, what would it take for this not to impact my body? And as you perceive pain, it's like, okay, body, what's going on here? What is it that I love this tool that Gary gave me once. He's like, being with your body and being like, I'm so sorry, body, I'm not as smart as you. What is it you're trying to tell me? Is there another way that you could show me this? A lot of the times, I've ended up in hospital because I couldn't walk at one stage. That's when I learned really about being congruent with your body, because I was in hospital, I couldn't walk, and I was meant to be traveling to Italy to go to Maestro's few years ago, and I couldn't get on a plane, and I wanted to go. And it was so interesting because I wanted to go, my body was like, are you kidding me? It was conflict. It was fight, right? Because I wasn't listening to my body going, we're not going. I was like, no, we'll be able to go tomorrow. And I kept my ticket open and all this sort of thing. And I kept talking to Gary and I was like, what is it like to choose with your body? And it was 3 days it took in a row for me being in question and being pretty much bedridden. And I woke up one morning with that energy of like that new beginning energy of what else is possible. And I went, oh, I'm not flying to Italy. I'm not going live to Maestro. And it was this sense of peace and calm. And I think it was the first time ever, Ari, I went, wow, this is what it's like to be congruent with your body. I would simply ask you too, are you enjoying your body? And if I ask you that question in a room full of people, what are you going to say? And if I ask you that question and you never have to give that answer to anyone, what would you come up with? And what is it that you're not enjoying with your body that you're choosing that and it's a lie? Because the funny thing is, I really enjoy my body. And over 56 years, I have judged it so much. And it's like, if you explain that, like if you think of an alien coming down and you go, hey, you know, as you said before, I live with this body 24/7, you know, 365 days a year, and I really like it, and yet I judge the fuck out of it. They'd be like, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So what if I ask you, are you enjoying your body? How many, like, you know, implanted points of view and programs have you brought into that you're not meant to be really enjoying your body unless something other than, I mean, I do enjoy my body. And I've learned to enjoy my body a hell of a lot more than what I used to, because it was always about referencing or comparison or, you know, any and all of that. And I'm definitely not 100% out of judgment of my body at all. Like I find it pretty interesting when I do have pain, which I do at the moment, to have the patience of like, what am I gaining from this? Because I haven't been able to go for a run since beginning of November, and I love going for a run or hiking or something like that. So I'm like, okay, what's right about this I'm not getting? You know, what is my body showing me? What information, you know, does it have, etc. Like all of these different questions that I would ask. But for me, the question I'm asking you guys is, are you enjoying your body? And if not, what could you choose that would allow you to enjoy your body? Because you chose this body. You chose your parents, you chose this body. What did you choose it for? Quite a few years ago, I was doing Pilates and I was doing these like wall handstands, and I was loving it. I was loving it. Listen to the way you speak and you think, okay? I was loving it. And I did a few and it was great. And then my Pilates instructor said to me, hey, have you done enough today? And I said, no, I want to do one more. This is so much fun. And then I hurt my shoulder. And I had a hurt shoulder probably for 10 months, like after that. And I was talking to Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness. And he said to me, he said, don't tell me it was fun. And I went, but it was. And he said, the second you go to, this is so much fun, you need to stop. And I got so cranky. I was like, oh, great. So you never do anything that's fun, you know. But his words went over in my head, and I went for a walk on the beach and I was looking at this and I went, oh, hang on a second. The moment I go to, this is so much fun, I have come out of question. So if you're truly being congruent, I would more leap into what's bringing you joy. Will this be joyful for me and my body? And guys, this takes a lot of courage, because you have been projected and taught to do certain things, and certain things are the correct, right things. I mean, I don't know, lying on a couch binge watching Netflix is not considered to be correct. You know, going for a hike is considered to be correct, right? All of these different points of view are exactly that. They are points of view. Sometimes, like, if you notice, sometimes you do just want to lie on the couch. And I used to judge myself for doing that. And I spoke to Gary one day and he said, yeah, he said, your body is more aware than you. Is your body aware of what you are about to do, and does it require some rest? And I was just about to go traveling and I was just about to do all this stuff because I was like, I've lost my mojo. He's like, no, does your body require rest? So when that occurs, it's like, ask, oh, body, do you require a little bit more rest right now? Because it's like, I know what we're about to do, let's go. You know, it's if we truly, and that is my desire, Eri, that is my like demand of myself, is to like, what would it take to truly listen to my body and be congruent with it no matter what? What would it take to wake up every day with a new beginning, like instead of a reference point of what you've decided should be, like new beginning. Who am I today? Like, hands on your body somewhere. It's like, who am I today? And what grand and glorious adventures can we have?